Yeah. So Woods of Jordan made a video with himself street preaching, and I have to ask you, Woods of Jordan, were you trolling us when you were pretending to be a non-believer? Are you trolling us now? Were you trolling us with the Mormon stuff? I know what it's like to go through very rough transitions, and that's why I was one of the multitude to make support videos for you. Both times when you came out to announce some very drastic change, I was one of the ones saying that if being a Mormon will make you a happy person, if that's who you are, then go be a Mormon. I was one of the ones that said, hey, you gave up a belief that didn't work for you, and that's a good thing. And I'm here for you. And if you go back to being a Christian, I'm still here for you. And right now it looks to me, and I'm sure it looks like to a lot of other people, that you are trolling us, or that you were trolling us. Or perhaps you are trolling Saunders. It's just a IRL troll in real life. You said, oh, I've come back to Jesus, I've repented, and so you go out with one of the more lousy people here on YouTube, and you kind of, troll somebody who is inadvertently, I mean, he is serious, but he ends up being a rather trollish person anyway, right? So you go hang out with him, so you're playing a joke on him and trying to piss him off, or perhaps you're trying to piss us off, or perhaps you were testing to see what reactions you would get when you deconverted. Perhaps because Mormonism is often considered a very silly religion, you were testing our reactions then, and perhaps this is to test our reactions now. And I won't make a video sitting here and screaming, because at a certain level I really don't care what you do, but you must understand, this is a real good way to lose friends. Period. I don't know how else to explain it. If you want to dissociate everybody from you and just be hated, and I mean hated to the point where you're ignored, not hated like, Saunders Sachs is hated where people will make fun of him or rant about him or argue with him or get in comment wars, but hated to the point where nobody will even give you the time of day. That that's what you're doing, and you will be very successful at it. And I would really like to know what you're doing. The only reason I'm even taking the time to make this video is because I know that when people go through transitions, they sometimes do some really crazy shit. For example, I've seen people, for whatever reason, they're confused about their sexuality, okay? And they want to figure themselves out, and maybe they're having problems accepting their sexuality. So one day being gay was a choice, and it was a sinful choice, and then the next day they're bisexual, and then the next day they're gay, and they're telling you bisexuality doesn't even exist, and then the next day they're bisexual again, and then the next day they're gay, and then the next day they're heterosexual, and God told them that it was a choice, and so on and so forth. And people will sometimes do this with religions and philosophies and political beliefs. So because I've seen it before, and because I have gone through some religions and I've been really serious about what I was doing, very sincere, I'm not automatically assuming you're trolling, but if you are, You have really stepped in it. So I would really appreciate you letting us know what you're doing. And even if you are a Christian, if you've come back to a more traditional, even a more literalist, biblical literalist belief system, please remember the lessons that you learned when you deconverted, or said that you deconverted. Okay? Please remember to treat people well and to respect people's prerogative to have their own opinions. And please remember that going around condemning people to hell, going around with a book, condemning people to hell for this reason, for this reason, for this, is not the way to win friends, and it's not the way to win converts. Sorry, it's just a fact. Now, I've gotten to the point where I just don't care if you want to condemn me to hell. Actually, when you do that, I'm gonna laugh at you and or unsubscribe. I no longer care about what the fundies are posting on YouTube. I no longer care about street preachers. Now then, so I'm done with this. So if I know you said you take a break, but maybe you're not taking a break. Maybe you changed your mind. I would really, really appreciate it if you let us know what you're doing and what you're thinking, because right now it looks like you've just been playing us for fools for what, a month or two, whatever it was. I don't keep track of YouTube and time frames and shit, but yeah, it looks like you've been playing us the whole time, so you can understand my suspicion here. Okay, and on that note, whatever it is you're doing, I would very strongly suggest self-honesty, because if you're not honest with yourself, you're going to drive yourself fucking insane, okay? So self-honesty is something it's something I hold dear, and something I have found works better than self-deception. So that's a very good place to start, in my opinion. So on that note, I am going to have some some filler space at the end of this video so I don't get cut off. And I will echo that motorist saying, "Hail Satan." And I will echo Jack by saying, "Hail thyself." And believe me, when you start hailing thyself, no matter how you do it, you're not going to be so terribly concerned with getting attention on YouTube. Okay. Filler time. Okay.